Jack, I want to talk about some of your takeaways from your individual swims, but I also want, the whole world, we were freaking the hell out on that first night. Like Missy was there. I was actually in Team USA house, and the place erupted. It was one of the most electric things I've been a part of. So
Yeah.
can you take us through as much as you want from the ready room to walking out to when you were like, oh my gosh, I'm a gold medalist? Like, I want to hear some of those exciting details.
Yeah, for sure. So in the ready room, just feeling nervous like any other race, but I had that extra thought in the back of my mind, like I'm leading off the 4x100 men's relay at the Olympics for Team USA. So I knew that that had a lot of responsibility to it. And there was definitely a lot of confidence too, because I look behind me and I see three other guys, some of the fastest guys in the world, swimming on my team. And walking out, felt the crowd was amazing, so much energy in the environment. I was kind of tunnel visioning though on where what I was trying to do and my lane, and getting my jacket off and all that stuff and getting ready. And I was excited to lead off. And I just swam like any other race I would swim. Once you go in there, once you dive in the water, you both know, or I don't know if you guys feel this, but for me, I'm really nervous and I have a lot of things going on in my head. And then when I dive in the water, I'm perfectly fine.
Just
and I just,
melts.
yeah,
I always
exactly.
said,
No.
I wish that I could just be like, someone could just like drug me and then like I get airlifted in and then I wake up in the water. So
Yeah.
I literally was like, that would be so great, because then I would ideal situation. Let's make that happen. But totally agree.
Yeah. And I didn't see my time when I finished, but I knew we were either second or third. And I think it was Chris in the water, and I didn't get to see about half of his race, but I got out of the water on the side of the pool. I came across the back of the blocks, and I saw Hunter go in the water, and Hunter was moving. He was going insanely fast.
Yep.
And then at one point we got into the lead, and we were like pretty far ahead before Caleb got in the water, and he dove in, and that's when I first thought, like, holy crap, like we're about to win. Like, this is insane. And yeah, just watching Caleb finish that last 50, standing next to Chris and Hunter was just amazing. Just when he touched the wall, just feeling all that emotion sink in, and realize that we just accomplished that. It's something I'll never forget. And just riding that high for so long, and just, it was amazing. Yeah.
But I imagine, like to your point earlier, it's amazing to have that on night one. But I can't imagine that at that point you're like, oh my gosh, well, cool, day 1 of 9, we're gold medalists, but I still have my individual swim. So then, can you tell us about that and any takeaways that you're moving forward with now? Because it won't be the first time that you experience that type of situation, I imagine.
Yeah. I was kind of in a similar situation in 2023, because I had, on my 100 free individual, when I got the silver, I had the 50 free prelim like the next morning. So I knew like the quick turnaround, and I even had a few days after the relay to kind of not relax, but just reset. I was able to enjoy the emotions in that moment, but lock it back in and stay focused on your next one. That's the only thing you can do. Just stay focused on the next one you have coming. You can't really think about 3 races down in the future, or a race that you just did. So that's what I just tried to do to my best ability, and just focus on the next race for me.
Yeah, and you make that sound very easy, but I think
Yeah, I know.
especially, right? I know, like it coming off as someone that would always swim faster on relays than I would individually as well. Like there's just kind of this level of responsibility, but coming off individual swims that you said you felt like you were a little disappointed in, kind of got into your head a little bit, and then finding out you were on that relay. talk to us a little bit more about that mental mind shift that happened from you kind of having to get a little bit down on yourself to amping yourself back up again with like, hey, I've got another responsibility here and I've got to make the absolute most of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So after the final, as I said, just really disappointed. I just needed to go. All three of my times that I did at trials would have medaled. So that was like the biggest thing that I just kept repeating in my head. And because I knew the potential was there, it was just a bad race, and I just couldn't, just that's swimming,
Yeah.
And yeah, for about 24 hours, I was really, really down on myself and was really hard on myself. And I didn't really know what the rest of me looked like. Talked to Dave and I talked to Coach Nesty, and they told me the next race would be the prelim relay. And like as soon as the conversation ended, I was I felt so much better. I knew that I took it wasn't personal anymore. I have another responsibility to swim for my country and swim for USA Swimming. I'm not going to let one bad swim get in the way of that. So that was my mentality going into it, and I was feeling really great, excited, confident going into that relay. And we did a great job getting that final relay into their position, and
Yes, you did.
they did the rest. So